Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Cracking Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with some more Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. That's right, we're back again. We're going to open up this pre-release kit. We're going to do a little bit of limited discussion while we're opening the packs. We will just show off the cards and stuff. I don't think we're going to do a build by any means, but, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll, like, really want to do the build. I'm not sure. We'll see. We got a nice red die. Ooh, look at that little red die. Nice. We put the box over there. Maybe. There it is. So you get, of course, these sweet... Oh, we got an upside down one. There it is. We get these sweet foil... These are foil dungeon tokens. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Leave a comment below on this video for your chance to win a set of these foil dungeon tokens. How about that? Leave a comment below. Just say... hey Mr. B, how's it going? Or tell me what your favorite card from Dungeons and Dragons is, or tell me your favorite memory about a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that you played in. How about that? One of those two things. I want to know about these things. Leave a comment below. You could have a chance to win some sweet foil dungeon tokens. All right, we've got a Goblin Javelineer in the showcase border here to start things off. Hobgoblin Captain, Sepulchre Ghoul, Hill Giant, Herd Gorger, that's the one. Devoted Paladin. You find the villain's lair. Price of Loyalty. Air Cult Elemental. Neverwinter Dryad. Clattering Skeletons. Plate Armor as our first uncommon in a white equipment. Critical Hit. Wild Shape. And our first rare is Eye of Vechna. This is an interesting one. This is one of the pieces that you need to build the 8/8 legendary nonsense card. Also, this card just seems real good in limited because it's a 2-mana artifact that when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 2 life. And at the beginning of each upkeep, you can just pay 2 mana, and if you do, you draw a card and lose 2 life. So, like, if you're just, like, behind or, like, you need to have some card draw, you can just pay 2 life and 2 mana, you know, at your upkeep and just draw. Seems real strong, especially since there is a lot of ways to gain life in this format. So, I mean, I don't think you can complain too much about it as a rare. So, I don't know if I would... I'd probably end up first picking this, to be honest. If this was pack 1, pick 1, I would probably pick this, just because then I could build around a life gain strategy and then just have some sweet card draw. I mean, seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. We got Kick in the Door. We got Steadfast Paladin. There you go, life gain, right? Circle of the Moon Druid. We've got Dwarfhold Champion. Shocking Grasp. Plundering Barbarian. Yonti, a very good first pickable card for sure. Charmed Sleep, also a very good removal spell. Mimic, in the artifact slot here. We got a Priest of Ancient Lore, very good little common for sure. We got another Wild Shape. This card I've seen, like, you know, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. We got a Grim Wanderer, very good 5/3 with Flash for 2 mana. We got Rally Maneuver, little combat trick here. And then we've got Volo, Guide of Monsters, or Guide to Monsters. So again, if we're drafting here, I think I'm probably first picking Volo here out of this pack, just because it's such a value card. Like, if you can get this out on the battlefield, any card you cast after that doesn't share a creature type with, like, what you've got going on the battlefield or in your graveyard, you get to copy it. So you just get to make an additional copy of it, which seems really strong. It seems really strong. Getting additional copies of things that you cast seems real strong. So, like, getting a second copy of, let's say, Hill Giant, for instance. Getting a second 7/6 that gives you 3 more life when it comes into play. Seems strong. 2 7/6s that gain 6 life for 6 mana seems real strong. We've got a Boots of Speed. We've got a Spare Dagger. We've got Clever Conjurer. Dragon's Fire. Very good removal spell in red there. We got Fate's Reversal. Very good card as well. It's done so much work for me in limited. Circle of the Moon Druid. We've got another Dwarfhold Champion. Shocking Grasp. We've got a Showcase Knoll Hunter. We've got a You Hear Something on Watch. Hey, we got a full art or borderless borderless green dragon. That's really cool. I like the fact that they gave you these dragons in the uncommon slot in the draft boosters in this art. It's phenomenal. Big fan. Big fan. We got a rust monster in the showcase art. That's really cool. I know a certain Alan from Mental Missteps that will Mental Misplays that would enjoy that card. We've got Loathsome Troll. This card's actually does quite a bit of work in this limited format because it's a 6/2 with recursion from the yard by itself. Like it can just come back and it's a 6/2, which is pretty strong. Ooh, all right. We got a Ranger class here. So if we first picked Eye of Vechna and then Volo, we're taking Ranger class here. There's no way you're not. It's a 2-mana enchantment class that when it comes into play, it gives you a 2/2 wolf creature. And then you can pay 2 to level it. And that says when you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. And then you can pay 4. And it says look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library whenever you see fit. So, like, I mean... Jeez. All right. And if we're talking sealed pool here, which we are kind of talking sealed pool, we're definitely building green blue splash. I mean, I don't know if we're going green red splashing Volo for blue. I don't know. I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible. I don't know. There's a lot of options. Eyes of the Beholder, a very good removal spell. Secret Door. It is expensive. I'll give you that. It's expensive, but there are so many creatures in this format that end up being like, you know, X7s or X8s or, you know, 10/10s, and Eyes of the Beholder just gets rid of them, which is fine. We got a Swarming Goblins, we got Devour Intellect, we've got Find the Path, we've got +2 Mace, we got Mordecaian's Polymorph, we got Owl Bear, good solid little card in green. We got an Evolving Wilds, nice, we got some fixing. Good stuff. Divine Smite as our first uncommon. Second uncommon is a Reaper's Talisman. Very, very good in limited. This card is like you have to remove this. If your opponent plays this against you and you don't have a way to remove it, your game is probably over. It's not great. Eccentric Apprentice, which is a little 2/2 flyer for 3. But then once you've completed a dungeon, you get birds. Beginning of combat on your turn, if you've completed a dungeon, up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base power and toughness 1/1 and flying until end of turn. You can turn their big dragons into little birdos, birdmans, or you can turn, you know, your 2/2 on the ground into a bird if you want. So that way you can get in with it if you need to get evasive. We got a Den of the Bugbear here, which is the red land that says pay 4 until end of turn. Den of the Bugbear becomes a 3/2 red goblin creature with whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that is tapped and attacking. It is still a land. So you get a 4/3 basically for 4 mana, which is pretty nice. And it like just makes the token too, which means you get the goblin entering the battlefield. So if you have anything that has like creatures entering the battlefield effects, that kind of stuff, very good. We got a foil Unexpected Windfall, which is nice. A plains, and we got the the Icing Death Frost Tongue token, which is that equipment from the mythic white dragon. Good old mythic white dragon. We've got a Kick in the Door. We've got a You See a Guard Approach. We've got Feign Death. We've got Inspiring Bard. Planar Ally. Planar Ally, very, very good in limited as well. Clever Conjurer. Dragon's Fire again. We have 2 Dragon's Fires in this pool, which is pretty nice. We got a Fate's Reversal again, so 2 of those. 2 Priests of Ancient Lore. We have some very good commons in this pool. We got a Manticore here. Our first uncommon from the pack is Eccentric Apprentice again. Then a Plate Armor. And then a Critical Hit. Our uncommons have been kind of lackluster, but that's okay. Ooh, we got a Triumphant Adventurer. This card is very, very good in limited because it's a 1/1 Death Toucher for 2. But as long as it's your turn, it has first strike. And then whenever it attacks, you just venture into the dungeon. So I don't know if you recall, but a 1/1 first strike Death Toucher does a lot of work unless your opponent has multiple blockers for it. Which generally speaking, they don't. And also not just that, but they generally are like, oh, I don't want to sacrifice this creature, so I can't block it because otherwise I just lose the creature that I don't want to die, kind of thing. Because obviously you, as the opponent swinging with a 1/1 first strike Death Touch, you're going to kill whatever their better creature is that blocks. So let's be fair. We got a Plummet. We've got a Gloom Stalker. We've got a Scion of Stygia or Stygia. I don't know how you pronounce it. Hoarding Ogre, which is a very good little ogre card. 4 mana 3/3 that gives you treasures when it attacks. Very, very good. Another Feign Death. Another Inspiring Bard. Another Planar Ally. Wow, okay. We've got a Valor Singer. And we've got a Rhyme Shield Frost Giant with a Zombie Ogre. And then our first uncommon here, a Black Dagron. So we've got the Green Dragon and the Black Dragon. That's pretty nice. We got a Hulking Bugbear. Very cool. We've got Trelisara Moon Dancer. That's our first multicolor card other than our rares, which is kind of funny. And then we got Wish, which is fun and limited because basically in a sealed pool, your entire sideboard is like what you own outside the game. So you can just go and get any card. So like you could have like a bunch of stuff in your sideboard that like you can't, like maybe you wouldn't normally be able to play, but if you have a bunch of treasures, you can be like, well, I'm going to go grab this blue card, even though I'm not running blue. I'm going to put it into my hand. Or you don't even put it in your hand, you can just play it. So you play Wish, and then you're like, I sack these treasures for like black, blue, whatever, and you play something that's not even in the colors of your deck, so your opponent's not even expecting it, which is kind of funny. So that's kind of cool. So I feel like maybe we end up with, and we got our first junk token. Look at that, first junk token. I feel like we end up probably in green and red, maybe, and then splashing blue for the Volo. Because I don't think our white-black is strong enough for us to lean heavily on the Triumphant Adventurer and be like, yes, this is the one, and not play like the Ranger class and the Green Dragon and the Black Dragon and like I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Oh, okay. But our promo card is Asmodeus, which this card is interesting. I've had this in 2 sealed pools now on Arena, and it's never actually worked out for me the way I want it to. And that's because like you draw your card, but you don't draw your card, it exiles it. And then you can pay 1 to return all the cards exiled with this to your hand, but you lose that much life. So basically, to draw your normal card for turn with this in play, you have to pay a black and a life just to draw the 1 card, which sometimes can set you back if you're behind already, or if like, now if you're ahead by a lot, this card's great. But this is then it's a win more situation that you're already ahead. So like, do you really need it? I don't know. Tell me below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Have you played with Asmodeus? Did it work out better for you in Limited? I'm finding that it's not working out the best for me, but maybe that's just because of the way I'm playing it. I don't know. Our black pool is kind of lackluster-ish, but we have this Black Dragon. We don't have much removal, right? We have Black Dragon and we have Eyes, and that's all we have in removal in black. So like our black is like mediocre at best. Our green was actually pretty strong, if I remember correctly, because the Inspiring Bards are decent. Owlbear is good. Find the Path is decent. Loathsome Troll is good. Yeah, and then we have the Neverwinter Dryad and the Hill Giant, which are both very good, and then the Green Dragon, which is nice. So, and then Ranger class, which is just like absolutely bonkers card. So are we playing like green white splashing black? Maybe that's because like maybe our blue pool, like is our blue pool like just not good enough to support Volos? Let's see. Rhyme Shield is fine. Scion is very good. Eccentric Apprentice is fine. Conjurer is okay. See a Guard is like meh. Another Eccentric, fine. I'm not a big fan of this one. Secret Door is okay. Shocking Grasp is fine if you want to go down that road. Charmed Sleep is good. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not really up on this card because it's a 2/5 for 6, which is not like particularly amazing. Yeah, our blue is kind of like mediocre-ish. There's not like a lot going on in there. So maybe we do just go like, green white playing Talisara, life gain with Eye of Vechna, right? Although we didn't have a lot of life gain in here, did we? Like we had just the 1/2/2, right? We had 1/2/2 life link creature, and that's it. But we do have these two. We have 2 priests and 2 planar allies. We have a Divine Smite. Yeah, that seems decent. We have a You Hear Something on Watch, which is a nice removal spell. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, like, we could, and we have a devoted druid. That seems pretty good. So, like, maybe we go white, green, splash black for the Triumphant Adventurer. That seems decent. Our red seems real strong too, though, right? Like, Hulking Bugbear is good, Valor Singer is good, Hoarding Ogre is good. Critical hit is, like, fine. It's fine if you're rolling a lot of dice, which in this case, right now, we only have one card that rolls dice. We have Dragon's Fire. Kick in the door, meh. Unexpected Windfall's good. Swarming Goblins is good. Another Dragonfire, yes. Boots are like, meh. Plundering Dude is okay. Another critical hit. Price of Loyalty. Goblin is good. Yeah, like, our red is pretty decent as well. Especially since we have the Wish and the Den of the Bugbear. And then, of course, we have, like, the Goblin Javelineer and the Rust Monster here. Oh, I forgot. We also have this Knoll Hunter in green, which is pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, so I think that for this pool, I would probably lean Abzan is probably where I would end up. That's probably what I would end up on. And I would probably be splashing black for literally, like, the Triumphant Adventurer. And then, wow, maybe, are we not? Maybe we're not. The Reaper Talisman, yeah. Yeah, okay, so Reaper Talisman for sure, because that's life gain as well, right? That lets us drain our opponents for 2, which makes up for the 2 life you're paying for Eye of Vechna kind of thing. But also just drains life, which is nice. And then the green, because we have the Hill Giant, which gives us 3 life as well. So, like, we have some life gain stuff. Then you can also play Trilasara, which is nice, because it's whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Trilasara and scry 1. So, like, she works well with the Reaper Talisman and the lifelink creatures and all that kind of stuff. So I think that works out. I think we go like an Abzan, but the splash is, like, very minimal. The splash is probably for, like, Reaper Talisman and Triumphant Adventurer, just because we have this 1 Evolving Wilds. So we run, like, 3 Swamps maybe, and then the Evolving Wilds. And then the rest is green and white. That's probably where I end up. Although the red is close, because the red is, we have the 2 Dragon's Fire, which are both very good removal spells, especially when we have, like, Green Dragon in the deck, that kind of stuff. But we don't have any of the other dragons, right? In our red, because, like, there's the 4/3 dragon, right? That has haste and first strike or whatever. If you sack a treasure, yeah, we don't have that. But I mean, also red is an option because you have things like the Hoarding Ogre, which give you the treasures, and the Unexpected Windfall, which give you treasures, which allow you to splash cards a little bit better. Because in the white and the green, we don't really have a lot of treasure creation going on. So we don't have the ability to, like, play our black spells just whenever we want, kind of thing. But also our black didn't have a lot of treasure creation as well. Like, black normally has some of the best treasure creation in the format, but we don't have any of it. Because normally you get, like, your Thieves Tools, which give you black, or which give you treasures. You have the 1/3 common that when it's unblocked, or when it deals damage to a player, it makes a treasure, that kind of stuff. Anyway, there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little pre-release kit opening and discussion. I hope, if you have any better ideas, let me know. And don't forget to leave that comment below if you want to win a set of these sweet foil dungeon tokens. I will mail them anywhere in the world, so just leave a comment below on the video. Let me know what your favorite memory from D&D is, or your favorite pull from the new set is, or maybe even just one of your favorite plays from the new set if you played in the pre-release weekend or anything like that. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.